Explain to our audience what third wayism is.
Maybe your audience would be familiar with how Aaron Renn has worked out the phases of history, where he talks about the negative world, the neutral world, and then the, positive world, neutral world, and then negative world. Mm-hmm. So right around the time of the mid-2000s, you have what he's calling the neutral world. This is when Christians could make their ideas known in the public square, and you weren't necessarily hated for it. This is when people like Tim Keller, who I know you and I both have respected a lot of the stuff Tim Keller has done, but he's sort of credited as being the father of this third way approach, which maybe was partially effective in that era, right? People weren't necessarily thinking, oh, you're a Christian, that means you're racist. That means you're a Christian nationalist. That means you're this or that. They were saying, okay, well, let's hear your ideas and maybe we'll follow, maybe we won't. And so that Tim Keller approach kind of seemed to be working. And so it got really promoted by a lot of the big evangelical platforms like Christianity Today. Even Relevant Magazine wasn't quite as progressive back then as they are now. You had things like the Gospel Coalition. Those types of big platforms were sort of taking this Tim Keller third way approach, and it was specifically an approach to engage culture. And so they thought, well, if we're just really winsome, if we're really not really taking a strong, hard stand against certain things, if we're known more for what we're for than what we're against, maybe we'll draw in people who are curious about Christianity. The problem with that is what they didn't realize is that we were heading into what's now called the negative world, where you can say things as nicely and as winsomely and persuasively as possible, but the world hates you no matter how nicely you say it because they hate God. We are in a culture that is 100% hostile to real biblical Christianity. And so third way, really, I'm seeing it more clearly now, was in the scheme of things, I'm not saying any one person had this in their mind, but I think in the scheme of things, what it served to do was usher progressive Christianity into the evangelical church under the guise of remaining politically neutral.